Southern Highlands Province needs more capacity on disaster.
In terms of funding,
Disease outbreak warning.
There's imminent danger of outbreaks of diarrheal diseases.
And West Papua freedom awareness through sports.
This is National EMTV News with Mary Bartolo.
Hello and welcome. This is Sunday's news. Thank you for joining us. Southern Highlands Province needs more capacity building within its disaster office. Provincial Disaster Advisor Martin Pat says the provincial government must address this because the province is prone to disasters. Mr. Pat highlighted this after evidence of poor coordination among some district officers and the disaster centre.
In the last 5 years, Southern Islands has been hit hard by disasters. Frost, drought and other natural disasters that have been common. Provincial Disaster Advisor Martin Pat told EMTV News more improvement in equipping the Provincial Disaster Office is needed.
I'm not afraid to say this. Successive governments have failed to look into the priority and building capacity for this office or this center in terms of funding.
This year, frost was experienced, which affected over 200,000 people in 4 districts of the province. This moved Yalibu Pange MP and Prime Minister Peter O'Neill to visit the districts and identify the scale of damage caused. Mr. Pat says the provincial government must seriously boost the Provincial Disaster Office to prepare officers in handling the situation in likely event or during any disaster.
This funding can be utilized to provide, professional training, disaster risk management training, basic disaster risk management training for our disaster committee members.
Meantime, 3 districts in Southern Islands are still waiting for relief distribution. Jack Lapave Jr., National EMTV News.
During this dry spell period, it is important for precautions to be taken to avoid the spread of food and waterborne diseases. ECPIC Provincial Health Advisor Albert Bunad made this call while appealing to people in his province to be health-wise. Florence Jonduo reports.
The dry spell and prolonged drought hitting several parts of the country may not only affect food gardens but also cause spread of diseases like diarrhea. The East Sepik Provincial Health Authority has warned and is appealing for people to take extra care.
The rivers and lakes and waters have dried out, so there's imminent danger of outbreaks of diarrheal diseases through foodborne, waterborne diseases that will be coming up.
Water is scarce and people living along the Sepik River on a daily basis fetch water from the Sepik River for cooking, drinking and all other purposes. Boiling water is important at this time because already there are reports of dysentery and diarrhea outbreak in the province.
Boil it and leave it to cool down and drink, or wash plates and all those things. So I am optimistic that the danger of the diarrheal disease coming up, we expect the disease.
Florence Jonduo, National EMTV News.
The hype surrounding the Pacific community in PNG is still on. This week, we'll see Port Moresby host the 8th Pacific Water Conference and Expo. Delegates from other Pacific Island nations have already arrived in the country. The conference will be held under the theme Sustainable Water Development in the Pacific that aims to promote a sustainable clean water for all communities. State-owned entities Edarano and Water PNG will co-host the 4-day event. Concerns over increasing crime rate and lawlessness in Madang province have grabbed the attention of Madang students attending the University of Papua New Guinea. The students say Madang's elected leaders need to work hard to improve the increasing lawlessness in the province.
Madang province has recently been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Stories of ethnic clashes, rape, murder, armed robberies and petty crimes are reported weekly on social and mainstream media. This once beautiful province, referred to as the Pearl of the Pacific, is facing a downturn. The ineffectiveness of political leadership and the outnumbered police manpower are issues that need to be addressed. A fresh call now comes from the Medang community in Port Moresby, led by the UPNG Medang students. The students demanded for a competent provincial police commander, among others.
That PPC Jim Namura have to be sent to Medang, where he has the potential to change those criminal issues that are taking place currently in Medang.
They also called for the permanent resettlement of the internally displaced Manam Islanders to the proposed underroom relocation site in Bogia. During the October sitting of the Parliament, the students plan to organize a peaceful protest to petition the government on the Manam resettlement issue.
And I think the plea from a lot of our Manam people is for the government and the leaders in Medang to put their acts together and get the bill passed in the next session of Parliament.
They also called for cooperation among the political leaders in the province.
And we would like to appeal to all our leaders. We need to see them to actually step up.
They call on Medang students in other institutions to support the campaign to restore normalcy in the province. Quinten Alom, National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. PNG's art of tattooing, dynamic and unique. That and other local stories after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news. The newly constructed road from Hanwabada to Gerahu and 9 Mile that will link other roads in the capital city is expected to be completed in December. Contractor, China Harbour Engineering Company, has assured NCD Governor West Papua that they're working within the time frame and budget to deliver these projects on time.
NCD Governor West Papua recently visited the site and is confident the 25 kilometers road will open up the city's expansion. The 25 kilometers road covers Anwabada, Baroni, Gerahu roundabout, extending through Tyson Police Barracks to 9 Mile. A loan of 380 million kina was borrowed from China's Exim Bank to construct the road. The construction was divided into two parts, both with a contract value of 190 million kina. The section from 9 Mile to Gerahu is 80% complete, while work from Gerahu to Baroni Bypass to Anwabada roundabout is still progressing.
With almost half through, and we're still managing within the budget. So there's no increase, so the 380 million stays.
Mr. Pakop said the road will open up developments and expansion of the city.
Investment here is for the nation. The returns will, some of them will be immediate, but most of them will be in the long run. That's how we should assess this type of investment.
5 more new roads will be constructed in the city once funding is available.
We will soon be announcing another 5 roads. Yes. With funding mainly from internal loan, from BSP loan, that will be more than 300 million.
Quinten Alomp, National EMTV News.
Reports of declining oral and written English in schools around Papua New Guinea have prompted the implementation of the English language, beginning with students in the early childhood program. Beth Christian Academy in the autonomous region of Bougainville has adopted the policy facilitating learning in English. Fabian Hakalitz has the story.
Beth Christian Academy School is located in Arrow Town, central Bougainville, and uses the American Accelerated Christian Education curriculum. The school, established in 2014 through the support of locals and parents, enrolls 48 students and manned by 5 teachers. According to Principal Prida Bui, it was a dream to start a school because she was concerned about education and importance of English.
I graduated from an AC school too. So when I saw that there was a need here, I thought it's a must. I must start the school because it's a need for the Bougainvillians.
Students enroll from preschool to grade 6 with the objective to improve standards of teaching and learning. The Word of God is the focus to deliver quality education and training.
Their heart is there for education, but who's going to bring it across to them? So yeah, we're all trying our best to educate the children here. So
plans are underway to expand the school, and Mrs. Wiwi has called on interested teachers who have the passion to contact this email address, prida.wiwi@gmail.com. Fabian Hakalitz, National EMTV News.
Calls have been made to preserve the motto and art of tattooing. This was expressed by the UNESCO team on safeguarding of the intangible cultural heritage mission in the Pacific region. The team visited Pari village outside of Port Moresby and were impressed, but stated more effort is needed to keep this tattooing culture alive. This is because when tattooists die, relatives bury them with their traditional tattoo making tools.
The art of tattooing has been practiced by Papuans since early era trades between people of Central and Gulf provinces. The UNESCO team was given a first-hand experience to see and feel how this art has been performed. The visit is under the 2003 UNESCO Convention on the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage in the Pacific region. The visit to Pari village raised questions but with many feedbacks of the steps involved in the art of tattoo making.
So where did you get those designs from?
Actually, we
Did
do
you
have
learn?
this design from each.
The UNESCO delegates were amazed as some tattoos took 1 week with 4 tattooists practicing the art on girls from 15 to 18 years old. But over the years, the motto and custom has seen a drastic move from traditional tools to modern tattoo machines.
When my granny died, everything was lost from us. So when this brother came to me, I have to recollect these things.
This traditional knowledge of tattoo making is receiving less attention as modernization is becoming a reality. The UNESCO team will also be visiting other Pacific Island nations under the ICH project. This will also see documentation and publication on topics of preserving and strengthening cultural traditions and knowledge. Jack Lepave Jr., National EMTV News.
Queen Elizabeth II has become the longest-serving monarch in Great Britain's history. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill, on behalf of the independent state of Papua New Guinea, has congratulated the Queen for many years of service to the Commonwealth. Her Majesty has served as monarch for 63 years, overtaking Queen Victoria's reign. You're watching National EMTV News. Trukai Sports is up next. West Papua's fight for freedom through sports, that and the NRL results.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. A rugby league team has been formed with the initiative to carry out awareness on the freedom of West Papua. The team, known as the Warriors, are made up of a group of Papua New Guineans residing in Port Moresby and will compete in the Port Moresby Nines tournament.
This is an initiative that was put together to raise awareness for the West Papua independence movement.
Enable us to continue playing in more tournaments around the country, hopefully internationally, and therefore just keep rolling on, raising more awareness for the cause, for the team as well, and building off that. So those are our plans. We're not just, here to mess around. We actually want to play rugby, want to play good rugby league, and also spread the message of West Papua, free West Papua.
They will be playing in the Port Moresby National Nines tournament, which kicks off on September 21. Because rugby league is the national sport in PNG, they hope that the awareness on the independence movement can be had and spread through sports.
Please get behind the team, get behind the boys, and get behind the Free West Papua campaign. And more get that bata susabli me, style 1 place 1 ground me. Now all know at freedom. So this year we're celebrating 40 years of independence, while all know at independence. And just show support to the boys. We can also raise more awareness for the cause, and hopefully freedom will soon come to West Papua.
Elijah Lavette, National EMTV Sports.
To the AFL now, and Port Moresby's Easy Loan AFL Premiership saw through its final qualifiers yesterday at the University of Papua New Guinea Oval. The seeded top 4 clubs have cemented their place in the qualifiers. Defence Hawks, Concept Koboni and University Tigers cement their spots in the respective men's A and B grades, including the women's division grand final.
Concept Koboni on top, Moni Plus, Tarama Suns, Gordon Skofas and Bomana Cats. The young Bomana Cats coming from behind, 5th spot, and they're still in the race. They're hoping to go move up another step. Gordon Skofas also losing last week. 2 weekends will be confirmed at the Murray Barracks. We just got confirmation last night from the barracks that the next 2 Saturdays will be free for us. So we urge all the supporters out there to head over to the Murray Barracks and watch the finals.
To the NRL now, and the Canterbury Bulldogs produced one of their greatest escapes to edge St George Illawarra 11-10 in a Golden Point elimination final thriller. But the Bulldogs might have to face the next sudden death challenge without two of the match-winning giants. Injury was a concern during the match for both teams as Dragons 5/8 Benji Marshall left the field through injury.
Elimination final between Canterbury Bulldogs and St George Illawarra. Scores locked at 6-all in the last 10 minutes. However, Dragons Etona Bullies one-handed grounding in the corner despite the attention of 5 defenders. Dragons English playmaker Gareth Widdop had an attempted field goal charged down by Bulldogs forwards Frank Pritchard and Sam Cassiano. Referee Jared Maxwell put the pair on report and gave Dragons a penalty, which Widdop converted, setting off a remarkable chain of events to close out the match. With the way the Bulldogs pair had dealt with Widdop, who wanted to pull off a miracle in the absence of Benji Marshall, who left the game in the 50th minute with an ankle injury.
I hope my lip reading's not right, but...
From a short kickoff, Sean Lane was caught offside to see Widdop slot another shot to take the game into extra time.
Praying to the heavens, Widdop's kick is absolutely perfect!
Widdop then kicked the ball out on the full, going for a 40-20.
Oh, no! Oh, it's gone out on the full!
Leading to the winning moment for Bulldogs, a close drop goal to Josh Reynolds. It ended the Dragon season and put the Bulldogs to a playoff with the Roosters next Friday night. Elijah Levette, National EMTV Sports.
Taking a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Port Moresby, fine and cloudy. Mostly fine for Daru. Patchy rain in Kerma and cloudy for Alatau and Popondetta. In the Momase region, evening showers expected in Leh and Wau and mostly fine for Madang, Wewak and Vanimo. To the New Guinea Islands region, evening showers expected in Lorengau, Kavieng, Kokopo, Rabaul and Kimbe and thundery showers expected in Buka. And in the Highlands region, all major centres to expect showers and morning fog. And that's where we end our bulletin this Sunday, the 13th of September 2015. From the EMTV News team, have a pleasant working week. Good night.